So what if I told you that the first 60 minutes of your day actually dictate the success of the next 23 hours? We're about to break down a really powerful morning framework, one that's totally grounded in brain science. It's designed to flip your brain's default setting from just passively consuming to actively creating.
Wow. Okay, that's a pretty bold statement, right? But it's meant to stop you in your tracks and make you think. What if the very first thing you do every single day is actually setting you up to fail, and you don't even know it? Let's dive into that.
The source material calls this the morning betrayal. And you know exactly what this is. It's that automatic routine. The alarm goes off, you grab your phone, you scroll through notifications, you check emails, all while the coffee is brewing. It feels like you're getting a head start, but it's a complete trap. You're trading your long-term potential for a quick, cheap dopamine hit. And it just pours this mental fog over your brain before the day has even really begun.
Okay, so this brings us to the real heart of the matter, a neurological battle that is happening inside your brain every single morning. It's a fight between two totally different ways of operating, what we'll call the consumer brain versus the creator brain.
Let's just break these two down so it's super clear. Consumer mode is passive. It's all about just taking in information, reacting to whatever the world throws at you, and chasing those easy dopamine hits from likes and notifications. Now, creator mode, that's the complete opposite. It's active. It's about producing something, building momentum, and actually owning your time. And this isn't just, a different mindset. It's a fundamentally different neurological state.
And this analogy just illustrates it perfectly. For about the first 90 minutes you're awake, think of your brain like a patch of wet cement. It's at its peak plasticity, meaning it's super impressionable. So whatever you pour into it first, whether that's the chaos of social media or focused, deliberate action, that's what's going to harden and set the direction for your entire day.
And look, this isn't just some nice-sounding idea. It's backed by a real psychological principle called behavioral activation theory. And what it proves is that most of us have motivation completely backwards. We sit around waiting to feel motivated before we do something. But the science is crystal clear, taking action is the thing that creates the feeling of motivation. Waiting around is a trap.
So, knowing the problem and the science behind it, what's the actual solution? Well, it's a really simple, practical system called the hard edge framework. And it's designed to literally force your brain into creator mode from the second your eyes open.
It's built on 3 core moves, and these are non-negotiable. First, immediate physical action. Second, the 5-minute done list. And third, a cognitive reset. Let's break down exactly what each of these means.
Step 1 is all about destroying that habit of lying in bed and thinking. The second, and I mean the second your alarm goes off, your feet hit the floor. No snoozing, no thinking about the day. You immediately do something physical. Make your bed. Do 5 push-ups. Whatever it is, you're sending a powerful, unmistakable signal to your brain. We start this day with action.
Next up, the 5-minute done list. This is so crucial. This is not a huge to-do list for your day. Nope. You're just going to write down 1 to 3 tiny, concrete things you can finish in the next 5 minutes. Something like put the dishes in the dishwasher, or write 1 sentence of that report. And then you do them, instantly. You're engineering an early win and building momentum before the world gets a chance to distract you.
And finally, the cognitive reset. Forget the caffeine, at least for a minute. This is all about cold exposure. Just 30 seconds of splashing cold water on your face. It's a bit of a shock to the system, yeah, but it triggers this incredible jolt of natural alertness, and it instantly resets your focus for the day ahead.
Okay, I can already hear the objections, right? The phone is always the biggest hurdle for people. But my alarm is on my phone. What if there's an emergency I need to know about?
Let's just be really direct here. The solutions are simple. Go buy a $10 old-school alarm clock, and unless you are literally an on-call surgeon, any so-called emergency that pops up at 6 a.m. can almost certainly wait an hour. The most important thing is to reframe this whole struggle. The difficulty you feel isn't about practicalities. It's about fighting a withdrawal from easy dopamine.
All right, so how do we actually put this into practice? We're going to turn all this theory into a very clear mission for you, a 7-day, no-negotiation challenge.
That's it, just 7 days. That's the whole commitment. It's short enough that anyone can do it, but it's long enough to actually start rewiring your brain's default settings. The rules are simple, but they are strict. For these 7 days, there is zero negotiation with yourself. You just do it. And when you inevitably slip up, because you will, it happens to everyone, you don't just throw in the towel and say, oh, I'll start again tomorrow. Nope, you reset immediately.
If you grab your phone at 7 a.m., you put it down at 7:01, and you get right back on track. Success here isn't measured by being perfect, it's measured by how fast you recover.
So why push through this? Because something really amazing starts to happen around day 4. That initial struggle, that dopamine craving, it starts to fade, and what replaces it is this razor-sharp mental clarity. It's a sense of control and focus that, honestly, becomes pretty addictive.
And you have to understand, this goes so much deeper than just having a productive morning. The real, long-term outcome of this whole practice is about forging a brand new identity.
This is probably the most powerful idea in this whole thing. Every single morning that you choose action over consumption, you're casting a vote. You're not just winning the day, you are voting to become the kind of person who is disciplined, focused, and totally in control of their life. And these tiny, daily votes, they compound over time into the person you ultimately become.
So ultimately, the choice is yours. You can keep preparing to live your life at some point in the future, or you can actually start living it the moment your eyes open. The real question isn't about what you can do for a week, it's about the vote you're going to cast tomorrow morning. What are you going to choose?